how about Los Angeles tonight, where the Lakers are in action Game 3? Can they continue what they did in Game 2, rebounding against the Phoenix Suns? We're all tied at 1 apiece as we get set for tonight's Game 3. Let's recap how we got here. The Suns won Game 1 at home, 99-90, thanks to 34 points from Devin Booker, the most ever by a Suns player in his playoff debut. DeAndre Ayton added 21 and 16 rebounds. It was a quiet game for both LeBron and AD, but Game 2, anything but quiet for them. 34, 10, 7 assists for AD, 23, 9 assists for LeBron, who hit some huge shots down the stretch as LA won it 109-102. So here we are, tied at 1. Game 3 is crucial. Entering this season, there have been 240 best-of-7 series tied at 1. Of those 240, the winner of Game 3 has gone on to win 73% of the time. So again, no pressure for anybody. By the way, it's been 8 years since LA's last home playoff game. Here's Dave McMenamin.
Marc Gasol has a little bit of experience seeing playoff basketball at Staples Center. His brother, Pal, of course, played for the Lakers. Mark recalled the 2010 finals, Game 7, between the Celtics and Lakers. Kyle Kuzma is the longest tenured member of this Lakers team, and he remembers the lean years just a couple short years ago. He lamented the fact that they're not going to have 20,000 fans or 19,000 fans like they normally have. A source tells me it's going to be around 7,500, but he said he could just feel the excitement within the organization knowing where they've come over these last several years to become a championship contender. LeBron James, earlier in the week when we asked him about it, he said, we went through the play-in game, so we kind of got a little bit of a taste of it, but he expects an even better atmosphere with LA fans tonight.
Dave, thank you. Let's look now at the Bucks. They're looking to make it 3-0 against the Heat as the series shifts to Miami. And they're talking about the Bucks. They're talking about Giannis averaging over 28, 15, and 5 through 2 games. But you're also talking about Chris Middleton. 22 points per game, including the game winner in Game 1. Now, on the other hand, the Heat need their biggest star to play like one. It's been a rough series for Jimmy Butler. Scoring under 14 points per game on just 25% shooting in the regular season. He scored over 21 points per game on 50% shooting. Miami's going to need better play from Butler and pretty much everyone else if they want to climb out of this 2-0 deficit. The math does not favor them. In the best-of-7 playoff series, teams up 2-0 win the series 94% of the time. So Vince Carter back with us. And back in 2000, I'm going to take you back, the slam dunk contest. Vince, you famously looked at the camera and you said, it's over after your windmill dunk between the legs. Can you also say the same for the Bucks and Heat series?
Matt, I can say it's not over yet. Not yet. And I say this because Jimmy Butler can step up to the occasion, and they get a little home cooking. Let's just see how Game 3 goes before we say it's over. Not yet. Not yet. Because if he steps up, what he does, he opens the floor up for three-point shooting. And he also, Bam Adebayo comes alive because they feed off of the energy and the efforts of Jimmy Butler. So right now, offensively and defensively, they're just not getting it done. So every team, when they go home, they feel good about themselves. So let's just wait and see what happens before we say it's over.
Yeah, and I'm giving it's not over either with the Dallas Mavericks series and their game against the Clippers. I think this thing can still go back and forth. All right, meanwhile, pivotal Game 3 tonight between Nuggets and Blazers. Damian Lillard coming off a historic Game 2 performance in which he tied your 20-year-old record of 8 threes in the first half in the loss. How do you expect Lillard to follow up that performance in Game 3 tonight?
Well, there again, here's a team that's getting a little home cooking as well. And C.J. McCollum, who did not play well in the second half, gets an opportunity to redeem himself. They're going back to Portland, and they're going to expose the pick-and-roll situation. You see here, the big fella Jokic sitting back and just teeing off for three. So look for Portland to put Jokic in multiple actions to create opportunities for three-point shots, because when Jokic or the bigs are up in the screen, it was a little tougher for them to knock down threes. And yes, you're going to see Aaron Gordon guarding Damian Lillard, but multiple actions. If Aaron Gordon gets hit by screens, it's nothing he can do when Damian Lillard's wide open shooting threes.
Tip-off tonight, 10:30 Eastern. Vince, I want you to do it with me. As for this segment, it's
over.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.